Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. It's time we jump in and do an updated power guide because, as you know, the hard mode workshop is fast approaching, where Valterra is going to need over 3 million power. Oh boy, let me jump in, let me give you the best power tips, that way you are ready and good to go. We are right now at the 3.6 million power mark. In the comments, let us know what your current maximum power is. I want to make sure all our viewers have a reference point because, well, 3.6 million is quite high, so I want to make sure our viewers know where everyone's at. That way everyone can compare and see if they're behind or if they're up to par. But let's jump in. Let me give you all the best tips and tricks, that way you can increase your power, of course. But very quick everyone, as a reminder, this week we're getting a free code for 2,000 essence stones, so make sure that you jump in and support us. Yes, that's right, supporting is 100% free. You just go to the link down below in the comment section and you press that juicy red button. This page comes up, you press that, press yes, and you're done. You're good to go. We have one code right now for a free mana power extract and another one coming out for 2,000 essence stones that will be sent to the My Page on the Sport website to the top right here. You press that My Page button, you scroll down all the way down here. This is where your free codes will go. Again, we have one code right now that you will get a few hours after you sport, with another one coming out very soon for 2,000 juicy essence stones. Oh baby, so jump in and sport, that way you don't miss out. And a big shout out to Crusader, the first commenter in our last juicy video. Now, as we jump in and cover the best tips for getting more power, I do want to confirm, yes, when it comes to the brand new workshop is coming out, that being the hard mode for Valterra, we're going to need upwards of 3.3 million power. That should include the flames. If not, well, it would be a bit too high. I think the maximum power requirement will be around the 3.3 million mark. That is based on leaks we've gotten so far. It is subject to change, so make sure you are ready and prepared, because the 2.2 million mark for normal is not what we have our eyes set on, right? Let me show you what a max level player will have for the power right now in the strategy training room right here. Let me jump in and show my JINWOO team. As you can see, we're around the 3.6 million mark, so we're going to be essentially good to go. If you're, well, a whale, of course, you're gonna have enough power coming in. But if you're not a whale, how will you raise your power? So I do want to jump in and cover that, because for our hunter teams, yes, it is significantly less. We're at 3.36 million power, which is honestly not that high. Compared to our JINWOO team, we're around 200,000 power short. So hunters will pretty much be where a lot of players do struggle on, right? Well, let me confirm one thing. When it comes to the best power source, that is using your shadows, okay? These shadows are so important to get right, and they're not actually based on the shadows themselves. There is a trick when it comes to your power that your shadows power is influenced by, that being your gems, of course, okay? Everyone take note, when it comes to your gems, you want to go percentage every single time, that being for the green ones, the blue ones, and the red ones. You can see I only have percentage. Your power will drop for your hunters and also JINWOO, but your shadow power will go up exponentially, okay? Make sure right now when it comes to your shadows that you get percentage gems, because their power scales off these gems here. Very, very important. And yes, I know we maxed out our gems. It is pretty much a perfect page now, I think so, right? I don't think we're missing anything here. So based on your power, yes, right now you want to go percentage all the time. Do not go flat. You will honestly not get better stats, and your power will diminish by time. Although you might say, well, Zaf, I changed it, my power dropped here. That's okay. Your hunter and JINWOO power will drop, but your shadow power will go up, okay? Trust me. That's how we have so much power coming in. We are talking 1.5 million power. Oh, baby. This is what I love to see. So shadows right now are one of the best sources in the game. 1.5 million power alone from shadows, making up around half our total power. But there's of course other sources, as you know. When it comes to hunters, that is a prime example for boosting your power. So getting their growth up is obviously key, but also skills. When it comes to hunter skills, when it comes to their sports skills, their QTs, and every single skill here influences their power by time. Let me show you, for example, let me go to a random hunter. Maybe Gogun. Not Gogun. He doesn't need any more levels on his skills. Let me pick someone like, everyone's already maxed out. What a whale this guy is. My gosh. There's certainly someone here that's not maxed out. Soren, we don't want to max out because, well, We want our power to be low to make sure she doesn't get any buffs like the Angel Way. But here we go, we have Lim. Let me increase his skills, for example. Let me get this one all the way to level 17, level up, and boom. We gained around how much power? Well, 500, not too much, but still, right? Every single skill leveled up does add up to a ton of power coming in. So that's an easy source, but if you want to cheese it, I do recommend something. When it comes to my Sung JINWOO, well, you can see we have a lot of power coming in. We have 672,000, which does sound like honestly a bit too much, and well, it really is too much because of my cores. As you can see, we have very peculiar cores equipped when it comes to mana consumption, when it comes to mana right here, and also more mana consumption. This is because I wanted to artificially boost my power, because when it comes to hunters, you can use them to get more power coming in on JINWOO modes, which is obviously key. Watch. We have 461,000 power right here, but if I jump in and change my cores, even though all these cores level 20, watch, let me change this one and watch right here, we have bonus mana coming in, and boom, we are talking 4,000 power coming in raw. That is what I'm talking about. Another 4,000 right here. So you can get an easy 12,000 power just by changing your cores to mana consumption and mana. I think damage reduction works too, but these ones are actually usable, right? This one's very good for mini, this one's good for Fern, and this one for mini as well if you want to use it, or bonus mana. They will all work out perfectly. So this is a good way to get 36,000 power around the 30,000 mark on your hunters to boost JINWOO's power, of course, which is honestly not a bad tip. Getting more power easy is not, well, easy, right? Power is one of the toughest things to increase, so your cores are a very easy thing to manipulate when it comes to getting power, and also make sure that their main sets are flat, right? You want additional attack, you want flat defense, and you want flat HP as well. No percentage at all. If you go the percentage route, your power will drop by a ton. Let me show you. We have percentage right here. You can see once that core gets equipped, we lose 13,000 power, which is a ton, right? And if we swap cores again to one that's flat HP, without the cheese stats coming in like mana consumption, you can see our power goes up by a ton. So make sure that you do not use percentage hunters, otherwise your power will drop by a ton. And also make sure when it comes to our effect sets to use 8-piece sets, even if they are not the optimal sets, because power is so important in this game. So right now when it comes to one shot, as you can see, we have an 8-piece infamy set to give us a bunch of power coming in. Watch, we're going to swap out and watch our power drop by 25,000. Not because the stats are better, because as you can see the stats here are great, just because the 8 set effects give us so much bonus power coming in. We are talking a massive amount. 25,000 is no joke. That's why on Fern, I have also the infamy set to make sure our power goes up by a ton. You can see we're losing so much power right here. We are under the 400,000 mark, but if I swap back to infamy, oh baby, we are talking around 60,000 power coming in. So make sure on our breakers, even though we do not get the bonuses on JINWOO, that you have the right artifacts equipped to get the bonus power coming in like Desire. This will not work on JINWOO modes, okay? But we still want it applied to get the bonus power, especially for the workshop. Bonus power is key in this game, okay? If you're lacking power, you are going to suffer. Being in the red is not ideal, so this is another very easy way to get more power coming in by using 8-piece artifact sets. So make sure that you equip them even though they are not giving you proper bonuses, because more power is just key in this game. You'll break more, you'll deal more damage, and the runs will be so much easier. And when it comes to your armor, you want to make sure that you level everything one at a time, except when it comes to, I believe, level 6 or 7. That's when the cost does drop to upgrade, which is very interesting. So at one point you do want to level twice, but besides that point, you want to level everything up at the same time to get the cost down, of course, right? If you max out one piece at a time, you are wasting your resources and not getting the proper bonus power. And as you can see, we got 365,000 coming in, which is a lot of power here. I wonder if we're going to get new armory slots soon. I mean, it's been a minute, right? We've had 15 for a long time now, or actually 18, my bad. We've had 18 for a long time now, so it should be coming soon. So get your weapons ready. You want A5 for your weapons. A10 weapons have no influence at all from our understanding. You just want their advance into A5 to get the maximum effect, to make sure you get the right power coming in. The armory is such an easy way to get a bunch of bonus power coming in. But besides that, when it comes to power, I mean, you have your shadows, you have your hunters, you have JINWOO, and the transcendent blessing stones. They give you so much power. Watch, we're going to swap to legendary, and our power is about to drop by 8,000. That's a crazy amount. So this is another must, right? Actually, I think we add a +1 there. Let me equip this one. It's 6,500, which is still a ton. And the amp bonus, as you saw, we get 1,500 per amp, which is honestly not too bad. That means every single slot is 4,500 power, which you can get, which is honestly not too bad. But that is pretty much the whale territory, where your bonus power is obviously dependent on how big your wallet is. The transcendent blessing stones and runes and also the amp material are not easy to get. That is what we call a whale bonus, but still, you want to make sure you have the right bonuses coming in to get, of course, the right power as well. I don't recommend going the cheese route on JINWOO. When it comes to these cores right here, I wouldn't really run mana consumption on them. That's crazy. Not a good move. Even though you are getting more power coming in, it's not really ideal. You want proper stats on JINWOO to maximize on his damage, okay? Don't use it because you saw me using it. I am not using it for actual modes. I'm just using it to boost my power for this video to demonstrate just how high it can be. But I do want to mention when it comes to stats, yes, if you maximize on your attack, your power does go up by just a bit. Watch, we're at 672,000 right now. And if I reset and I put some into intelligence, our power will go down by just a little bit. On standard modes, you do want around the 220 mark. So let me do that right here. We have 220 and the rest into, of course, to get the strength. We want to max that out and watch. We should lose around 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 power. So not a real big influence there. You do lose attack, but the power loss isn't too crazy. You want intelligence to make sure you have the right cooldown coming in to spam your skills non-stop on JINWOO. But that pretty much covers the main power tips. Again, on JINWOO and your hunters, you want to go for those AP sets, especially when it comes to workshop. Although they're not optimal, the bonus power you get is just nuts, right? We are talking upwards of 100,000. So make sure you maximize your power, you maximize your gems, your shadows, and more to get the bonus power to get all those brand new skins that are coming out for the brand new workshop modes. Valter is coming in about 2 days, where you do have to face off in the hard mode to get those unlocks and those top placements. We have top 1,000, top 3,000, and top 6,000. We have 3 skins to unlock, which I know all our viewers want. But make sure if you enjoyed to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to jump in and support us if you want those brand new codes that are coming out very soon for 2,000 juicy essence zones. Oh baby, don't miss out. You want to get those free codes coming in, which will be sent to you a few hours after you support. We have 1 code right now for another coming out, and a bunch more coming out in the future. So jump in, support us that way. You get all those benefits sent to you. But on that note, everyone, this is Code King Zeph signing out. I'll catch you in the next juicy video, of course.